Hello football fans, welcome to my channel. Today we won't talk about betting odds, we'll discuss something more profound. There is a phenomenon in football. Some players shine for their national teams, but fail to impress at the club level, and vice versa. Football is full of paradoxes. Some players become legends for their national teams, but fade away in their clubs. Others dominate in top leagues, but remain in the shadows when they put on their national jersey. Why does this happen? Tactics, psychology, pressure. Before we dive into that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Here I help you earn real money and give excellent betting tips. Now let's get started. Let's remember how James Rodriguez dazzled at the 2014 World Cup, scoring fantastic goals and then faded away at Real Madrid.
Or how Lionel Messi couldn't win a single trophy with his national team until 2022, even though he was collecting Ballon d'Ors at the club level. What separates these players, and why can one person be a genius in one context and a disappointment in another? The phenomenon of national team players. Some footballers perform better for their national teams than for their clubs. They get more freedom, become leaders, and unlock their potential. Let's examine a few examples. James Rodriguez, hero for Colombia, a shadow in clubs. At the 2014 World Cup, James scored 6 goals, became the tournament's top scorer, and made it into the All-Star team. His goal against Uruguay was hailed as one of the best in World Cup history. James Rodriguez's goal versus Uruguay, FIFA Puskas Award 2014 winner. He said at that time, "The national team is my family, here I feel trusted." After the World Cup, Real Madrid bought him for 75 million euros, but he couldn't reach his full potential there. Real Madrid was weak to sign him, relying solely on his bright performances in a few World Cup matches. Tactical schemes, competition, and frequent injuries took their toll. Over 6 years in Europe, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Everton, he played 143 matches and scored only 32 goals. Luka Modric, a leader both for club and country. The opposite case is Luka Modric. He's not only the leader of the Croatian national team, but also the long-time brain of Real Madrid. His influence on the game is immense. And in 2018, he led Croatia to the World Cup final and won the Ballon d'Or that year. I never give up, I just do my job. Modric is truly an example of football intelligence and hard work. At 39, he's still one of Real Madrid's key players. Journalists and fans have even given him the affectionate nickname Grandpa Modric. David Silva, a king of football, but not a star for the national team. Manchester City, he is a legend. In 10 seasons in the Sky Blue shirt, he delivered 141 assists, won 4 championships, and was among the top players in the Premier League. However, his role in the Spanish national team was less prominent due to the presence of Iniesta, Xavi, and others. Competition destroys many careers. That's football. Nothing you can do about it. His national team performances weren't disastrous, but compared to his club form, the difference was stark. Club geniuses, but ghosts in the national team. There are also examples of players who tear it up at the club level, but look lackluster in the national teams. Lionel Messi, before 2022, a club god, a curse for the national team. Before his triumph at the 2022 World Cup, Lionel Messi played in 4 finals with the national team and lost all of them. Argentine fans criticized him for playing better for Barcelona. Messi himself said, "I don't want to play for the national team. It hurts me to see people disappointed." He left the national team, returned, left again, but in the end, he got his wish. Never give up. That's what football teaches us. Eventually, he overcame the pressure and became world champion in 2022. His play for Barcelona speaks for itself. It was on an extraterrestrial level. Roberto Baggio, greatness at club level, tragedy in the 1994 World Cup final. Baggio was a phenomenon. His seasons with Juventus, Milan, and Inter made him an icon. He was called Divine Ponytail because of his stylish haircut, but the world remembers him for his missed penalty in the 1994 World Cup final against Brazil. "I knew right away that all of Italy would remember only this miss," he said in horror. This moment haunted him throughout his football career. He was truly an unfulfilled genius. Goal statistics. For clubs, 291 goals. In Serie A, 205. In European competitions, 32. For the national team, only 27. In World Cup, 9. These are very good numbers for a player of that football era. Eden Hazard, a superstar at Chelsea, mediocre for Belgium. At Chelsea, he was a key figure, 110 goals in 7 seasons. But for Belgium, despite the presence of De Bruyne and Lukaku, he never fully delivered. In the club, I know what to do. For the national team, it's all different, he told the press. We won't discuss his strange transfer to Real Madrid. That's a much bigger topic. Weight gain and lack of motivation affected his play too much. So what do you think? Leave your comments below. Factors for success in the national team. A player must be in the right place, and any coach must understand and account for this. Freedom of action is a very important factor in the modern football. For example, Neymar played everywhere for Brazil, while in the clubs he's restricted by tactical constraints. There's also special motivation. Chiellini and Bonucci played at Euro 2020 for the honor of Italy, not just for the salary. These players are the backbone of any team. Classic Italian defenders. Tactical schemes tailored to the player are crucial. National teams can adjust to stars, but clubs do so less frequently. A frequent reason for weaker performances for the national team is a rigid tactical system. For example, Francesco Totti was a god at Roma, dedicating his life to one club, but for the national team he was just a rotational player who didn't make much of an impression in his national team games. Unsuccessful coaches and their decisions often cause a player's unrealized potential. For example, Bale was the leader of the Welsh national team, but at Real Madrid they restricted him and often played him out of position. Yes, there was strong competition. Real Madrid often finds itself in a situation where several football stars are competing for one spot on the bench. Pressure and media criticism. Messi felt immense pressure until 2022 World Cup, but he waited for his moment, took leadership and won the tournament. Cristiano Ronaldo Euro 2016 is a great example of character, one who isn't afraid of any pressure even after an injury. He motivated the team from the sidelines and they became European champions. Football, as we see, is not only about tactics, it's about emotions, psychology and historical moments. One play can be a genius in one context and a ghost in another. Who do you think is the most striking example of this difference? Leave your thoughts in the comments. That's all for today. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to check out my Telegram where I offer a free personal VIP badge to all new subscribers. See you soon guys. Bye bye.